is time. So we'll go ahead and just wander on back somewhere where you have a nice bit of room. We're going to stand up nice and tall. Go ahead and plant our feet about hips width apart and really ground through those heels as we take a nice deep inhale and exhale, just lower them down into a squat and come back up. And again, remember, when we squat down, we're putting that pressure in the heel and not the toes of our feet, so we save those knee joints. Perfect. And if for any reason you happen to have, say, a knee injury, just don't go down as far. It's okay if your squats are about like this. You don't have to go all the way down and all the way back up. Just go to just before discomfort and then back up. So down to just before discomfort and back up. And for now, your arms can do whatever they need to. Here in a minute, we're going to, once we learn some base moves with the legs, incorporate the props in our hands. But for now, we're just really bringing that awareness to the lower body, making sure the core is engaged and hips are neutral. Perfect. Give me 2 more, and then we'll start moving those legs, making things a little more complicated. So the next time we come all the way down, pause, spin the right leg out to the side, step back in, and come on up. And then we'll do the same thing on the left, and come on up. So we're squatting, walking out to the side, back up, squat down, out to the side, and back up. You may notice that that core is a little more active now, because now that the core is on, it's keeping us from wiggle wobbling side to side as much. Perfect. One more on the left side, and then we'll mix this up a bit. Beautiful. So the next time I come down, step my foot forward, back in, and up. Squat down, forward, in, and up. Beautiful. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. And if you're thinking, you know what, I want this to be a little harder, don't come up in between. So stay in that squat and go ahead and shift the legs. But if you're like, oh no, I need to come up, you need that little break, go ahead and go for it. So one more on the right and up, one more on the left and up. Perfect. Now for my last one, when I squat, send that leg back, forward, and up. So squat, send the leg backwards, forwards, and up. Beautiful. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. Perfect. And especially until we get back into the studio, it's okay if, say, you are exhaling down, inhaling up, or doing the opposite. I want you to just breathe. As long as you're breathing, I'm a happy camper. Beautiful. You guys look so good. Excellent. And thank you all for remaining muted. Perfect. All right. One more on the right, one more on the left, and then we can get the props involved. The last one. Come on up. Go ahead and find your props. And now we're going to do this again with props. So my hands are going to start by my hips. As I squat, step out to the side, and then back up. So doing a front raise with those arms as I step out to the side. Beautiful, just like that. Excellent. Again, how's the core? Is it on? How's those hips? Are they in neutral? Beautiful. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. You guys are doing so well. Beautiful. All right. One more on the right, one more on the left, and then we'll mix it up. Beautiful. All right. Now, hands start by the hips, palms forward. As I squat down, bicep curl, step forward, back in, up. Squat, bicep curl, out, in, up. Beautiful. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. And again, squatting down to just before discomfort. So it's okay if those squats aren't as low as me or your neighbor or how you're used to seeing them in class. It's okay, go to just before discomfort. Excellent. One more on either side, and then we'll go to our last one. 1 and 2. Perfect. All right, shake it out if you need to. Now, palms are going to face one another. Start with the arms bent, squat down, and then kick the arms back, the leg back for a tricep kickback. So come down, tricep kickback as that leg comes back, and up. Beautiful. Excellent. And again, you don't have to come up in between if you don't want to. Just stay in that low squat. Excellent. 4 more. This is number 3. And number 2. And last one. Now, I'm going to roll forward. Set my 2 hands off to the side. And roll on up. Just kind of giving yourselves a little bit of a break. Oh, my head got chopped off for a second. Sorry about that. So give me 2 more roll downs. Just letting yourself get cooled down for a second. Those nice deep inhales, deep exhales. Perfect. This last time when I roll down, grab your soup cans, roll all the way up, or hand weights, whatever you were using. Plant this right leg into the ground, arms straight, hips neutral. As I exhale, lift the arms and the legs. Lift up and down, up and down. And my left leg is in line with my spinal column. That way I can stay into my outer thigh, outer booty. Beautiful. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. And I'm going to turn sideways just so I don't whack the wall or my reformer. 3 more. Nice deep inhales. Now, after my 3rd one, we're going to add on, as we always do. So lift up and go pulse, pulse. Set the legs down. Lift up, pulse, pulse. Set the legs down. Up, pulse, pulse. 2 more. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. Now, the arms are going to do the same thing. We're just going to swap legs. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, up and down. Up and down. Perfect. And again, just kind of asking yourself, is this leg going up as high as the other side did? Or is my range of motion a little different on this side of the body? 3 more. So up and down, 2 and down, 1 and down. Now pulses. Up for pulse, pulse. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. 2 more. Pulse, pulse, and down, and up. Pulse, pulse, and down. Perfect. Now, go back to the right leg being our weight-bearing leg. Now as I exhale, arm and leg come forward and back down. Perfect. So I'm just doing a front raise. Shoulders are still down and back. Core is on. So I come all the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. 3 more. Up and down. Up and down. Hips are in neutral. Beautiful. Last one. And then, of course, we're going to add our pulses in. So lift up and pulse, pulse, and back down. Lift up, pulse, pulse, and back down. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. 1 more. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. Now let's go to the other side. So again, lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Keeping those hips in neutral. If we lift this leg too high, the hips won't be able to maintain neutral and we'll lose our form. 2 more. 2 and 1. Now our pulses. Lift up, pulse, pulse, and down. Lift up, pulse, pulse, and down. You guys are doing beautiful. Pulse, pulse, and down. 3 more. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. 1 more. Up, pulse, pulse, and down. Beautiful. Last set. Come back to the right leg. Arms stay in front. Now, my leg and arms lift backwards. This one is tricky because if we lift that leg too high, we start dumping into our low back. So again, keeping that low back nice and neutral. It's okay if you don't come up very high with your lifts. That's okay. Now, we'll lift and pulse. Lift, pulse, pulse, and down. Lift, pulse, pulse, and down. Lift, pulse, pulse, and down. One more. Lift, pulse, pulse, and down. Perfect. Now to the other side. So again, inhale, exhale, lift up and down. Lift up and down. Perfect. Keeping that core on. Our shoulders are down and back. Again, hips are in neutral. Beautiful. Excellent. 3 more. Up and down. 2 more up and down. Last one and down. Now for those pulses. So lift, pulse, pulse, and down. Lift, pulse, pulse, and down. Lift, pulse, pulse, and down. 3 more. Pulse, pulse, and down. 2 more. Pulse, pulse, and down. Last one. Pulse, pulse, and down. Perfect. I'm going to inhale, exhale, roll all the way down. Set my props off to the side. And then keeping my legs as straight as possible. My hands are going to walk myself out to a plank. I'm going to hold this just for a count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to walk, 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 walk back. Then slowly roll back up. Beautiful. Nice deep inhale, exhale, roll forward, roll, 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 roll. Hands touch the floor. And again, walk myself out to that plank. Perfect. If you need to, you can go ahead and bend those knees a little bit. We're going to hang out here for 2 more seconds. 2, 1, and I'm going to demo just bending the knees as you come back in, so you can see what that would look like. Again, articulating all the way up. Arms overhead, stretch it out. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, roll forward. Walk those hands out. And again, we're just going to hang out here for a count of 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm going to lower myself all the way down. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. Scoot back so you can see me. All right. So now, I'm going to come up into a plank. You can be on your forearms or your hands. So if you need to, push into that quadruped and then lift up to a plank. Now my arms are going to pull me forward and push me back. Pull me forward, push me back. My core is nice and engaged. Hips are neutral, shoulders are down and back. Do 4 more. So 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then lower myself down. You need to stretch it out. You need to go into a child's pose in between. Listen to your body and do what feels best for you. So we're going to do that one more time. Again, just stretch it out. You can get on your forearms, your knees, or a regular plank. Push up into that quadruped. Curl the toes under. Lift up into a plank. Pull forward. Press back. Pull forward. Press back. The arms and the core are doing all the work. Perfect. Oh, your core looks so great, everybody. It's wonderful. Every once in a while, I see someone who pulls forward and then booty up back. Pull forward, booty up back. So we really want to avoid that as much as possible. 2 more. 1, 2, and then lower down. Stretch it out, whatever feels good for you and your body. Don't worry, we have 2 more planks left in our day. And then we're done. So take this opportunity to stretch, do whatever feels good for you and your body. And then we'll get to those last 2. Perfect. All right, so press up to your quadruped. Curl those toes under. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, plank on up. Lift the right leg and give me little leg circles. So I'm not moving the foot, I'm moving the entire leg. We'll do 3 more. 2, 1, and then the other way. Perfect. Nice deep circles. Core is engaged. Hips neutral. 3, 2, 1. Come down onto those knees. You need to cat cow. Wiggle those hips side to side. You need to give those hands a break. Take it out. Stretch it out. As you may have guessed, our second and last plank is to do the other leg. So Stretch it out, do what feels good, and then we're coming to that final plank. So nice deep inhale, exhale, come up into my plank, lift the left leg, and again, making circles. Trying not to just move the foot, but the entire leg, starting from the hip socket. For 3, 2, 1, go the other way. Hips are still in neutral, core is on. Squeeze that booty, if you need to. It's on the posterior chain. For 3, 2, 1, set that foot down, lower back down, and then find your props. Again, totally optional. We're just gonna have them beside ourselves just for a second. So now I'm gonna stretch my arms and feet. As always, when we're prone, any kind of bony landmarks of the hip, push down into the floor. Hips are neutral, belly button pulls up to the spine. Arms are gonna start long. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, Superman or Wonder Woman up. Lifting those arms and those legs. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. If you need to, your forehead or nose can touch the floor of the yoga mat, whatever feels good for you. So let's try that again. Inhale, exhale, Superman or Wonder Woman up. Again, for you all, I'd like your gaze to be down to the floor. I'm going to look at the camera so you can see me better than for the audio. So we're going to hold this for a count of 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Now, if you feel ready, go ahead and grab your soup cans or hand weights, whatever your prop might be. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, Superman up with the prop. So I'm holding the prop, got a little bit of weight, feeling those shoulders and arms and back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Beautiful. Now, if that was too much for you, go ahead and omit the props. So for this next one, I'll do it without, just so you can see what that would look like. Now, inhale, exhale. We're going to do Superman or Wonder Woman up. I'm going to move my arms back to a T and then in front of the body. So I'm holding that position with my back and my legs. So I'm just arcing those arms wide and forward. Trying to find a spot where I can stop you. Perfect. 4 more. So 4. And then 2. And then 1. And come on down. Perfect. Now again, you could do that with props or without. So for this next one, I'll demo with props so you can see what that looks like as well. So now I'm going to make a full arc backwards. Nice deep inhale, exhale, come all the way up. Then I'm going to move my hands all the way back to try to touch my hips. And then bring them all the way forward. All the way back. All the way forward. All the way back and forward for 2 more. So 1. And then 2. And then, come on down. Beautiful. Take a little break. All right. So now continue hanging on to the props. If you don't want to, again, I'll demo without. Now I'm going to move my arms to a T while I'm on the ground. Nice deep inhale, exhale, T wing up. If you're holding your props, or if not, make little circles with those arms. Shoulders are down and back, really setting those scapulas against the ribs in the scapular pocket. Nice deep inhales, 3 more. So 3, 2, 1, opposite direction. Beautiful, you guys. That's great. Wonderful. So we're going to do 3 more. So 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Perfect. Now, I'm going to do some swimmers. So readjust your hips, make sure they're in neutral. Legs long, arms long. Inhale, exhale, Superman up. And then lift and lower, arms and legs. Don't worry, we're just going to do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. My hands are going to go by my shoulders, curl the toes under. Nice deep inhale. Use those hands to push yourself up onto your knees and then back into a child's pose. And just stretch it out. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. My arms are long and reaching, but the shoulders are still in the socket. Perfect. Now I'm going to plant my hands on the ground, curl my toes under, push through my toes back onto my knees, and then lift the knees and come into a plank. I'll turn a little bit more sideways so you can see what that looks like. Again, lower the knees, press back into your child's pose, and stretch. As soon as you're ready, ground those hands, curl the toes under, press up into a quadruped. Use your toes to press yourself forward into a plank. And again, lower the knees and come on down to a child's pose. It's a fun little plank variation. So again, curl the toes, press up into that quadruped, and then use your toes to press forward into a plank. We're just going to hang out here for a count of 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, press down into a child's pose. Just stretch it out. Don't worry, that was our last plank of the day. You guys did it. Pat yourselves on the back. From here, now we're going to roll on over. So roll onto your back. Let's see if I can be where you can see me on camera. Perfect. All right. So now you can do any kind of bridge of your choice, articulating or hinging. So inhale, exhale, hinge up, or articulate up and back down. Perfect. Again, whichever feels best for you in your body. As I've said 1,000 times before, my body doesn't like to articulate, so I stick with hinging. But you can do the opposite. Perfect. So we're just hinging up and hinging down, hinging up and hinging down. Now the next time I hinge up, pause, take your knees and give me butterflies out and in. And I'll move so you can see what that looks like a little bit better. So out and in. I don't want to open the knees so far that the hips start to drop. So I'm just opening and closing the knees a little bit. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and then down. And bridge back up and give me more little butterflies. Again, really squeezing the booty, really feeling those legs and pelvic floor and core muscles work hard. Neck is relaxed, shoulders are down and back. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. We're going to do this one more time. Hinge up, little butterflies with the knees, and then we're going to mix this up a bit because we're feeling that lower body, we're feeling that posterior chain, but I want you to feel it a little bit more intensely. So 4, 3, 2, 1, come on down. If you need to, rock those knees side to side for a second. Readjust yourself. Now my feet are going to go from parallel to externally rotated. So hopefully you can see that difference on camera. So the rest of me is the same. I just externally rotated my feet. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, bridge up and down of your choosing. So bridging up and down. Really nice and slow so you get that control, you get that precision. You can really focus on what that lower body's doing. 2 more. Up, down, last one, up, and down. Beautiful. Now when I bridge up, pause and give me those butterflies. What do you notice in that booty area? Feeling that deepness? Yes. So we just got a little deeper into those muscles. Hopefully we can feel that difference. 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come down. Hopefully you felt that difference in the lower body. Don't worry, we're going to try it again. So inhale, exhale, come up, and again, start my butterflies. Externally rotated feet, everything else is the same. Beautiful. And give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Let's do that one more time, just for giggles. So hinge up or articulate up, and give me butterflies. And again, I'm not opening those knees so far that my hips start to sag and droop. So it's just a little butterfly wing out and in, mainly focusing on the deep muscles, that lateral glute. You might also feel those hamstrings and the lower booty a little bit. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, from here, stretch those legs out. And just kind of forget about your feet. Just have them relax wherever feels good for you in your body. Arms up to the sky, tuck my chin slightly, nice deep inhale. Exhale, articulate up one vertebrae at a time to a nice seated tall position. And then as I exhale, swooping and rounding the spine and melting down, 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 one vertebrae at a time. So I'm just doing a classic roll up, all the way up. And then again, rounding that spine, melting down from my tailbone all the way up to my head. Perfect. And it's okay if you're thinking to yourself, oh, this doesn't feel very rolly. Like I can't get that nice C curve all the way down and all the way back up. That's okay. That's why we're practicing. That's the great thing about Pilates. It's our journey. Do whatever feels good for you and your body. Perfect. We're going to do this last one, and then we're going to mix it up. So now that I'm seated tall, I'm going to lean just a little bit to the right and try my C curve back now that I'm here at the right. I'm going to stay to the right and then C curve on up. Once I'm here, come back to center, pass through center to the left, and then C curve down. Again, putting my body slightly to the left as I come up and forward. And then again, lean to the right, C curve, articulate back as best you can, all the way down. Stay to the right, and then come up, 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 up. Stack your spine up, pass through center to the left, and then of course, C curve all the way down. To the left, and then all the way back up, come back to center. Now we're going to plug those two things together in and around the world. So lean to the right, articulate down, 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 one vertebrae at a time, pass through center to the left, and then C curve up, 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 up to the left. Pass through center to the right, and then roll and melt down to the floor on that right side. Pass through center on the floor to the left, and then C curve up, 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 up to the left. Back to center. Now let's reverse it. Lean to the left and melting down, 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 one vertebrae at a time. Passing through center to the right, and then coming up, 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 up to the right. Pass through center to the left, and repeat. They call this around the world because you're basically making a big circle with your spinal column. And it's okay if it doesn't feel very circular. Again, that's why we're here, that's why we're practicing. Perfect. All the way up. We're just going to do one more beat. So lean to the left, melting down, 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 down. Back to center, to the right, up, 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 up. Excellent. Back to center. And then I'm just going to melt my spine forward as far as I can. Trying to touch my forehead or my nose to the knees. And it's okay if you're like, oh no, I don't do that. Maybe we'll just grab our knees. That's as far as they go. We'll wave at our feet. Like, hello down there. One day, we'll get down there. The great thing about flexibility, it's a skill. It can be learned. So if you're stuck here, you'll always be stuck there. With practice, you too can extend your flexibility. You may never perform for Cirque du Soleil, but we'll get there. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, articulate that spine all the way back up. And then very carefully, because we've been on the mat for a while, we're going to come back to standing for your final roll down. So very carefully, just come all the way up to standing. Flex your arms, your chest, and your gaze to the sky. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, diving forward. Forward, forward, forward. Hands on the ground. If you want, you can shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Give those arms a wiggle. Shake your shoulders. Shake your booty. If you want, you can do some prancing with the legs. Stretch those legs out a little bit. One final deep inhale, and then exhale. Articulate all the way back up. Perfect.